everybody, and welcome to the World of Micah. I'm continuing the journey of showing you guys 10 things you might not have noticed in each of the parks. Today we're going to be heading into the Hollywood that never was and always will be Disney's Hollywood Studios. Let's travel around and find 10 things you might not have noticed on a regular day here. If you're new here, click that subscribe button. If you would like to support my channel, down below in the description box is a link to my Patreon page. Now, let's take a closer look. Bo! I bet you know a lot of hidden things around here, huh? You've been here for quite some time. These are not my top favorite things, Bo. These are just 10 random things. I don't think I could ever do like a top 10 and just narrow it down, but I can show 10 things at a time, right? See you later, Bo. All right, let's find those 10 things. If you notice when you walk into Disney's Hollywood Studios, it feels like you have transformed into Hollywood, California. The buildings, everything kind of make you feel like you're in Hollywood, and there's a reason for that. When the Disney Imagineers were building this park, they took inspiration from real buildings from Hollywood, California itself. Like for instance, this building right here was based off of the Max Factor building in California, which was the entrance to Mel's Drive-In. You can see on the picture here, look at a few things, and then look at this door. It all matches up. I'll insert the photo right here so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. They just went out and drew inspiration from different buildings and then brought them here to Florida. Pretty cool. So the next time you see this building, think of Mel's Drive-In, because that's basically what this building is based off of. And the other buildings here are based off of other buildings, but I just picked this one out as number 1 on our list. Number 2 on our list also has to do with buildings. If you walk around and look at Hollywood Studios, you will see the number 1928 on a lot of buildings, and the reason for that is because Mickey Mouse debuted in the year 1928. So be on the lookout. It could be on any of the buildings you see here throughout the park. They love to throw that number here. We're going to get off of Hollywood Boulevard and step onto Sunset Boulevard for our next location. There's a little throwback nod to Disney's California Adventure right up there. Paradise Pier, now it is known as Pixar Pier, but this is still paying tribute to the original Paradise Pier. You can see the Mickey Fun Wheel there, and the coaster now is known as the Incredicoaster. I always like seeing that. It's just a little throwback. Over here next to PV's Polar Pipeline, which is a tribute to the Rocketeer. If you look up on the top floor, it says office space for rent. This is a tribute to when Walt and his brother Roy got their first studio when they were first starting out, long time ago. They always throw in little nods to Walt here, and I like this one. Kind of shows the remembrance of the humble beginnings of Walt and his brother, just trying to get a space to draw some cartoons. And speaking of beginnings, our next spot is right across Echo Lake. Gertie the Dinosaur. Did you guys know that Gertie was one of the first animated cartoons? That's right, Gertie was the first dinosaur, for sure. It says right here on this plaque. It shows a little picture of Gertie and talks about, as this is a tribute to Gertie the Dinosaur, one of the first well-known animated cartoons. She came out in 1914 when she was projected life-size onto a screen and shared with her creator, Winsor McKay. Kind of cool. Paying tribute to early animation, as they should in this place. This place has a lot to do with animation. On your way to visit Gertie the Dinosaur, you can actually walk in her footprints right here. You can see she has marked her footprint in this place. Just wanting to dip in that lake, Echo Lake. I don't blame her. It's a lot cooler in Echo Lake, I'm sure. Next up on our list is a hidden Goofy and hidden Donald. It's right here on the archway as you're making your way. Be sure to look on both sides. Right here you will see the animator working on a film strip with our pal Goofy. Right there on the other side, there's an animator working on Donald Duck. Pretty cool. Which brings me to my next stop, which is right through here. Now the home of Star Wars Launch Bay. When this place first opened, this was the entrance to the backlot tour, as well as where the animation studio was. That's right, back in the day, this was an animation studio. Lots of films were made right back behind this building. Our next stop's going to be inside Walt Disney Presents One Man's Dream. And there's so many secrets in here. I could spend all day inside this place. I absolutely love it. But we're here for two spots. Number one, if you're looking at any of the displays, if it says, for instance, Walt Disney Imagineering Collection, like this Main Street USA of Disneyland from 1954 does, these are real. But if it has just a plaque that just talks about what the item is, chances are it's a recreation. I don't believe this is the actual Walt school desk with his initials carved in WD like it is in the photograph here. If you study it, it's a little different than what it is here in the photograph. But the ones that say Imagineering Collection are the real deal. There's a lot of good items in this place. Like for instance, this is one of my favorites from the Walt Disney Archive collection, the travel trunk circa 1928 with Walt's initials. This thing traveled all over the world with Walt and was probably with him when he created Mickey Mouse. Not only do they have archives from the past, but they'll sometimes switch out costumes over in this area next to the Walt Disney Theater. Here you can see one of Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp. Also some sculptures from Imagineer Blaine Gibson. Pretty cool. They will switch these out from time to time, so you never know who or what you're gonna see over here in this display box. So straight ahead, normally is the Incredible area where you can meet the Incredibles, and they have all kinds of different activities involving the Incredibles. But over here at the Municipalburg Visitor Center, next to the restrooms, there's a little poster here that's paying tribute to the monorail going through the Contemporary Resort right here. You see the design right there? Well, I will insert what that is based off of right now. You can see they gave a little tribute to that classic monorail poster. Kind of cool. And number 10 on my list is a double. It's right over here, the statue that most people say pays tribute to a young Walt Disney. Well, in fact, I don't believe it does, because there is an actual statue just like this that this was recreated from out in Hollywood, California, that has no significance to Walt Disney. So I think the rumor of it being a tribute to Walt might have been Disney's way of paying tribute to Walt, but the original statue out in Hollywood, California does not pay tribute to Mr. Walt Disney. But the next thing is right here, the opening day plaque from Mr. Michael D. Eisner. When he says my favorite, this is the opening day speech where he says my favorite quote: "We welcome you to a Hollywood that never was and always will be. May 1st, 1989. It still says Disney MGM Studios on this plaque. That's what's so amazing to me. There is still something in this park. There's a few things in this park, but there is still something very prominent, not so much hidden, that says Disney MGM Studios on it. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like out in California real quick. You can see in the photograph, this is what this is based off of. So I don't know. Maybe Disney, when they were building this, was like, hey, let's make this as a tribute to Walt. But in actuality, the actual one, the real original sculpture of the man with the camera, was not based off of Walt Disney. So what do you guys think? Well, you guys, even though it was a rainy mess, we did it. We found 10 things you might not have noticed when you were here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. This was fun. Don't worry, there's going to be more 10 things you haven't noticed in the near future. But I think our adventure for today has come to an end, which means it's time to say goodbye. But if you enjoyed this episode, please give me a big thumbs up. I'll see you guys tomorrow on a brand new episode of World of Micah. Comment below one of your favorite things hidden here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. See you guys tomorrow. Stay weird. Goodbye.